to the new viewers out here, we have push to pass in these cars, which is an amazing thing. The drivers have a certain amount of time during a whole race where they can use their push to pass. If you press it, the small pillar above the head of the drivers will start flashing quite aggressively, as we can see sometimes. And when it's blinking slowly, as it is right now, it is recharging. Because when you stop it, it takes a bit of time before you can use it once again. And I think we have had an incident. What is going on here? Oh, that's a huge one. What is happening there? Let's see if we can play it once more. Yeah. We check here. Oh, a bit too aggressive on the throttle and just taking that nose off. Nothing he could have done there. These cars are not easy cars. They are in a sense easy cars, as you can. We've seen some great battling with them, and most drivers can actually drive these cars compared to the former ones. But they're not easy cars. They are really difficult cars to get the most out of. So if you're really fast here, you know you're fast. But what has happened? What has happened here? If we look at Van Looyvit right here, he gets across the finish line and puts in the fastest lap time of the race. So he has decided not to give up. The gap is down to 3.4 seconds. He was quite a bit faster, actually 4/10 on the last lap. So he's definitely not giving up. And we might even have a battle on our hands for the P1. But Fernando Sanchez, he was looking forward. Now he has to look into his mirrors as Jacob Fillmore is getting closer and closer. Last lap, almost 8/10 of a second he took out of him. And he's really climbed up here, trying to see if he can get it into the chicane here, really braking late. And try to see if he can get his man. And this is where sometimes these drivers have to think about their push to pass. You know, when are you gonna use it? When are you gonna serve it? Ooh, as we have had a crash one more time. What has happened here? It is Udvig. Oh, he's losing it. Oi. And that's a separate. Oh, Tom as well. No, Ludwig, did you just... Let's see it once again here. Did he just hit the... Oh, no. And then he broke the rear of the car. And Tom just as well. So another car out of this race. This is a race of attrition. If you can get to the finish line, you will get... Oh, that's a hit. That's a hit. That's a definite hit. Oh, no. Is Andrea here who hit? I think it was Andreas Alonso. Yeah. Right in the tushy there. And that is not the way that you go fast. As we go back to this battle with Fernando and Philip here in P4, P5. They're battling it hard out there. Let's see if Philip can get even closer to Fernando. Sorry guys, I just have to look a little bit of a break, but here he is getting that overtake, and he's now up into P4, and he's now chasing Alexandra Mikkelsen, who is right ahead of him, getting that position. He wants that podium place. He can smell it. He can see it. And now he wants it for himself. we are 8 minutes into this race, and as it stands right now, we have 10 drivers left. Andreas has pitted, and I think that is for a new nose cone. He is definitely there. And then we have Joseph, who we saw had that small incident where he spun early on. Oh, that's a crash! That's a huge damaged car! What has happened to Garcia? Oh my goodness! Oh, he's been out in front, but he hasn't. Oh, that's a big hit, and that is his race over. Wow, that was a huge incident. And when you take your car and try and throw it into a wall, the wall will win. Oh, as Jacob is pushing Alexander more harder, and he is getting defensive. He's trying to go into the inside, into the Villeneuve chicane. They're side by side, and Alexander has to pull out of it. And he's getting pushed by Fernando behind, who sees his opportunity to try and see if he can get by, but he's definitely not being able to take advantage of that, as Joseph have had an incident as well. Oh my goodness, guys, we need more drivers at the end of this race. Oh, that's a spin. That's a spin. Keep it out. Yep, on to the green stuff. And round we go. And there we are. Thank you, you good sir. You give it a go. Back up onto our battle here. Now Jacob has to pull away and see if he can get a bit of a gap down to these two battle-hungry guys in the total generic iRacing skins, as I hope these drivers will provide me with more liveries, as we saw Jacob Phillips making a complete A of himself into those two corners, and he is now losing that position, and he is now into P4 as he's trying to see if he can get a dive. No, he has lost that position, and he now tries to have to get it back, as Alexander is defending hard into Villeneuve. He saw that last time. Jacob was not afraid to overtake into there, as he's going to the outside here. Oh my goodness, this is close racing. Guys, keep it clean. We need more drivers in here. They are battling up through. Oh my, this is not a place where you can really overtake. Oh! And he's getting a bit of an off track there. He's really pushing hard. Now getting up into the chicane. This is one of the places where you can actually overtake, but he's decided not to. This is gonna be down to the power and acceleration out of the last corner. Who will get there first? They're getting closer and closer. Now we get into the last third. There are 4 laps to go. You have 3 times to try and see if this goes. He's pushing. This push to pass. It is flashing. He is giving it everything he can. He's going to the inside, and right there, Jacob takes P3 once again into the first chicane. Oh, he gets over the Verstappens. Oh my goodness, man, and he hits the wall. He hits the wall, and that's his race over. That is the wheel who's gotten off. Oh, Jacob Phillips, you overshot that chicane. You had it. You had that P3. It was in the bag, and then you lost it. Oh my goodness, man, he will be so furious with himself for that. Furious, absolutely furious. Oh, Fernando is getting a bit squealy there. And he's decided now, oh, he's pushing hard. He sees the opportunity to get a podium position. But let's get this one again. Philip here. And here, into the chicane. He's just getting a bit too wide there and into the wall. And the car, with the physics, can't decide if it's the front wheel or the rear wheels, but it has decided that the rear wheel has gone off. And he's hitting it so gentle. so gently. But with these two behemoth, battle-hungry guys here having the closest of races, it has right now been just Eric who is out here performing for himself, getting the laps in. But we have seen before stuff going completely mad on the last lap. I can't remember, it was Sherilyn who decided to, at Sandvort last season, decided to hit the wall on the last lap at the last corner and completely and utter decided to see how a Super Formula car would look if you decided to explode it. And he managed that quite well, and it looked spectacular. But he would have been fuming with himself, as Eric is still just pushing down the laps, 123.3. And then we have Chris Van Looydwijt here in P3, and they're just putting in the same lap times. Alexander's keeping this P3 at the moment, but Fernando is getting mighty close here. See if he can get that position. This is the cockpit view. Is he gonna go for this move? He's gonna go for the outside. Oh, this is into the braking zone. Oh, just getting his nose chopped off there. And Alexander is defending his position as he is entitled to. No dirty move there, just correct positioning. Oh, as Fernando is getting a bit squirrely there, and he is getting close. He doesn't have a lot of push to pass yet. That is what we see at the top of the car. It is now flashing red. He doesn't have much more. He is giving it all he's got. He is going all out. But there's still 2 laps to go. Well, I say that as Eric here is getting feisty. He is pushing it out there. Doesn't need to push that hard, Eric. Just get it home. Get it clean. You have a gap of over 4 seconds down to Keith Van Looydwijt. You have the hold, and you just put in the fastest lap when you get into this last lap here. Ooh, as Fernando has maybe had a bit of a moment. He is definitely, that gap has widened a bit. Into the Aquamanale. Oh, yeah. He's getting off there, and that could have easily been another victim in the death of Imola Column. That is what this race has been all about. Ladies and gentlemen, the first sprint of 24 in the AOR League has been, but maybe one of the most expensive virtual races that we have had. Virtual currency has just been flowing around. It has been just a pile of carbon fiber and broken dreams. But one man who have dreamed about this race, he's dreamed about his season going the way that it did last year. He wants to be the 24 Season 2 champion, and he's starting out with a victory in the sprint race. Eric Vichier wins the sprint. He is taking P1. Here's Van Looydwijt P2. He's getting across the finish line. Great race, guys. Then we have Alexander Mikkelsen here. He is getting across the finish line. He has defended that position with grace and amazing driving. He is getting that P3. Then we have Sanchez in P4 getting across the finish line. Pac-Man, quiet race, not huge amount happening. Then we have Tom Van Hooyman, who has been really fast, but he's new to this car, so getting across the finish line in P6 with a bit of a, I think, 2 spins and a butch start. That's okay, mate. Getting it up there, getting back into everything. Oh, as Joseph decided to spin on the last lap of the race. But that's one of the things. It's not easy cars to drive, and some of these races have a lot of iRating. You have to be. It's not something you can just jump into, and some of our drivers have actually decided to just do that. Actually, jump into the car. So, with that all said and done, we have 7 cars who have completed the race. Eric takes the first win of the season with some great racing out there and some huge crashes there. The guys who didn't classify was Jacob. We saw him hitting the wall there. Andreas, then we had Garcia, Hoagland, who also went off, and it was just so sad. He just hit the wall, and yeah, we have Evan out, Rude, then we have David, who started it all with that spin getting tapped around. And we have Jake hitting the wall as well, Jason Green, Elliot Anderson, Jerry Hogan, and Rudi Atzvislan. Yeah, I'm the butcher of names, guys. I am the butcher of names. So, what is gonna happen now is that we are gonna head on to a little break. While we're having that break, we set up a new session. Be back with us in just a moment. And we will be right back with the sprint, or with the qualifying, and then with the feature race, which is gonna be a bit longer. And yeah, it is gonna be great. So hope that you will stick around for that. See you in a little while. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I have just been informed in the break that apparently you guys have not been able to hear, see, or listen to me for the first, half an hour? Well, I hope to change that. Please notify me, YouTube chat, if you can hear me, if you can see me, if we are live. Let me see, because right now we are witnessing, we are having practice a minute before the qualifying is going out. These guys now have 2 flying laps, 3 qualifying laps, 2 flying laps to set a time to try and see if they can get up there. Oh, I can see. We are back. I skipped the app apparently. We are live. We are having 30 minutes until the race is or qualifying is gonna be there. They have now 3 flying laps, which is gonna be amazing. I always love qualifying around here because it's so important. People are really having to fight for it. It's not an easy track to overtake. So you know qualifying is important. Once again, let me know in chat if we are live and if you can hear me. We are live in sound and vision, as Mr. Handoff would say it. We are soon to go on to the qualifying, and I know what we're gonna do here. There's only really one guy that we need to be looking at, and it is Eric Vissier here, who will be trying to see if he can get another great lap under his belt. It is not an easy task. There's a lot of great drivers out there. This time I hope that we will be able to actually see what they can perform, because we had some issues last time, which unfortunately lost us a little bit of, more than half the grid. That can happen. That can happen. That's sometimes a bit of an issue, but we actually have drivers out here who we haven't seen before. We have Jake Corville, who has been who's in the last race. Then we have Elliot as well, trying to see if he can get a better grid starting position and trying to see if he can survive the famous first corner. Olivent, I am the butcher of names and I know it, and next week hopefully King will join me to try and pronounce names. King is pronouncing names, I am butchering them. Car number 82, Hoagland, who we saw have that, slow spin, and it was just the tiniest bit, and then he hit the wall and broke the drive shaft on the left hand side of the car, and then you're just not getting the car to move anywhere, and you're stuck, and nothing can really happen out there. So unfortunately, we are gonna look here. Eric Vissier is looking on. He is getting closer and closer, and we will be on with Eric. This is the lap, Mr. Eric. We will take the overlay off and we will enjoy this push lap with the vice champion from last season and the leader of the current championship into the first corner at 75 meters before hitting into turn 1 and 2. Turn 3 is a flat out corner now into the Villeneuve chicane. Right again, aggressive into the curbs, hitting those curbs. They're quite high, but you don't want to hit the Verstappens. This is a slow corner. It is the right camber, but the car still want to move out. He is taking that beautifully, using all of his tires, all the downforce of this enormous cars. Go into the left corner, flat almost flat out. Now into this here at minute, you have to brake while you're getting to the right. You're going downhill, right again, and then up the hill. You can use that left curve as he did a little bit. You don't want to hit it too much. Now into the last big chicane. Those two facades are extremely high, but he's taking them so beautifully, hitting both curbs and taking the outside extremely well. He can get on the throttle so effortlessly into the last two chicanes, hitting those curbs. The car is just eating them up. You shouldn't believe that this is a Formula car. And what will Eric be able to do? Right now he's getting across the finish line. 1:23.3 Eric, and that is provisional pole position at this point. He is amazing out there, but what can Kies van Looyden do? He is on a push lap here as well. He's been on a, well, I think he's been on a little bit of a warm-up. It looks like that. It's Honda Racing out there. This is a ugly green car, but let's see. Just because the car is ugly, it can't be fast, but we know that beautiful cars are faster. Of course, getting down into turn one, late on the brakes, hitting those first curbs hard again, but it doesn't seem as effortless as we saw it before with Eric. Now into the Villeneuve chicane, hitting the first two chicanes. He's using a lot more exit curbs there. Into the hairpin here. Oh, you just can't want to move out. It seems a little bit slower, but it can seem slower, but it can be faster. Sometimes slow is fast, but he seems to be struggling a bit more with these corners. It doesn't look as hooked up as we saw Eric's before. Using a lot more curb out there, Van Looyden. Great car control into the last chicane. This is really where you can, punish the car. You can gain time, but you can also lose. It is, high winds and extremely big tears. Big men will have a feast around there, and they will cry in that chicane. Getting those last two left corners correct, and he is getting onto the straight that isn't a straight across the finish line, and he will be, that's a 1:23.4, and that is third position so far. Eric out there still going strong, but I think he may have used up his qualifying time, but it's a 1:23.1, and he is pole position. He's pushing it out there. He's pushing. He needs to see if he can gain a bit more, because there might be some drivers behind looking for that pole position spot. He has it. The others want it. Into the last corner, hitting the curb. Hitting those curbs again aggressively. You think he is driving in a sports car and not a Formula car. He's getting across the finish line a 22.9, so not an improvement at all. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if any of you are there, could you just take a wink that we are live? I hope we are. We're getting the late drivers across the line. Slowly. Tom Hoodman, he has not put in a lap. I think he has been having a hard time, or maybe just tried. Oh, Jerry, into the wall. Can we please not have too many of those? I would really like to not have too many of those. Just across here, and let's go live again. Tom has decided to stop his car in the middle of the road. I think I know what Tom is doing. He is he's new into the car, and he saw what happened last time. I think he's decided, I'm gonna start from the back of the queue, and then I will not die. Oh, I get from the viewers. You can see me. Can you hear me as well? I hope you can hear me. I have a beautiful voice. I know it. I know it. I have to say it. But don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. Next week I will have King with me, and then the legend will be back, as Alexander is trying to see if he can get a bit further up. He was one of our podium finishers last time. He's now trying to see if he can get up there. He's currently P13, so not the greatest from him, but he wasn't up there as well last time in the qualifying, but he didn't crash. That was really the root of it all. He didn't crash, and that gave him a podium. And yeah, he's just going around right now to getting those laps in and getting a bit more drive time under his belt. I think Tom was doing the exact same thing, but qualifying is done in about a minute's time. So while that is happening, we can just go over the standings. Eric, David, John, Ruud. That is the same 1, 2, 3 as last time. Let's see if they can keep it between themselves this time. Keith van Leuven in P4. Alvin in P5. Jacob P6. Rudy Osvaland in P7. Let's see if he can get back up there. Jake in P8. These guys have some huge iRating. 9,900. Wow. Fernando, our 4th position guy last time, 9th. Frederick 10th. Evan 11. Jason 12th. Alexander in 13. Elliot 14. Oh, as we have and Andrea Gracia P15. Then we have Jerry in P16. Andreas P17. Tom van Heumen in P18. Tom is I'm interested about it, Tom. You can do it. You can do it. Then we have Joseph in P19. He made a lot of the spinny Roonies out there. It was pretty. He was at the end of the race. He was amazing at doing the pirouettes and see if he could get back up there. But what we are gonna do here, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are getting ready for the race. And just before we're doing that, I just need to take a little bit sip of my water here. That was great. We are getting ready. Drivers are gritting up. What will be going first? Will Eric take the first corner? Will David take the first corner? Will they get to the finish? How many will we get to the finish? We have all drivers. Will my voice keep on to the end? These are all the questions that we have. We have the green army of deliveries on the right side of your screen, and then on the left side we have the green armies of the standardized liveries. We need more drivers. We need more liveries. Please, guys, send them in to me. Let's have a beautiful, let's have the most gorgeous grid as well. AOR providing the greatest racing and the most gorgeous grid. We want that. We are getting ready here. Eric Vizier will try to see if he can take the start again, making it 2 for 2. They are getting ready and we are racing. And that's a great start once again from Eric, and he's taking the start. But let's see if John can get onto the action. No, he has decided to maybe take it a bit more cautious. Guys, can we have that? I see drivers being slowly here. We have more drivers through the first corners. That is great. That is great, guys. Oh, yes, we have one into the corner. I will take that when we get there. I think it was Van Leuven who is going down through the entire field as Philip is going on to the inside here, and he gets all of that's a great move and an opportunist move as Fernando is looking onto the inside and tries to see if he can get up there as well, but he's decided No, this is not the time. Rudy here is trying to see if he can get back up there as well. Wow, have you looked at it? We have so many beautiful cars out there. But what we have to do here now is have a look at this. So, Kevin Van Oudevit just onto the curb, and that's a race over for him. That is complete and utter destruction. As I have just seen, there has been an incident. Once more, it is Rudy. What has happened to him? Go! That's a spin, that's a spin, that's a spin, that's a spin. Oh, and you get the car stopped, and he is still in the race. At least this time. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Eric Vissier P1. Then we have David Gaspier in P2, and then we have John Peter Root in P3. 1, 2, and 3. As they started, we have Jacob Philipmore, who is really, for me, one of the standout guys in the first race until he crashed his car, you know, into the wall. And when you hit an iRacing wall, you know, 11 out of 10 times, your car will be smashed. And as soon as you know, 2 parts of your car gonna go different, doing different lap times, that is not a great way to go racing. As Evan here is putting the pressure on Jerry. Let's get the versus button out there. There it is. Jerry Hugo versus Evan Imre. The push to pass activation thing, it doesn't work. Apparently iRacing is not giving us the information. But what we can see is that Evan has definitely used it to get closer here into the latter parts of this lap, and he is still out there. As we see Tom getting more and more feisty. I think he's getting more happy with the car, trying to see if he can get overtakes done. Is he gonna look into the middle of chicane? That's a braking, so don't you dare getting in there. It's so difficult, and up onto the curb. We have seen it. It can kill people. It takes you out when you least expect it. That curb is like when your girlfriend is asking you if she looks fat in this dress. Suddenly, your whole world will flash through your eyes. There's no correct answer there. John Pete Root, he is looking to press on with David here. There's 0.7 of a second between these two guys. But our vice champion from last season, Eric Vissier, he has decided, I'm gonna go with this one. I am gone, guys. And we saw that last season. The races where he had the opportunity to just be out front, nobody could, when nobody pressured him, he was driving away from all of them. David in P2. Then we have John. He's 0.7 behind. That gap is not really closing or opening. Here Fernando Cruz. Sanchez. Great to have you back here. He's been racing with AOR for some time, but he is great to have him there, but he's getting pressured by Olven in one of the Norwegian cars. But we have had some sad news here. It is apparently Jerry. Oh, that's the wrong one. Here it is. Jerry Hoko. He's getting a snap and onto the Verstappens. Oh, keep it out of the wall. Keep it out of the wall. Keep it out of the cars. And he's gone. He is not gone from the race. He is still ongoing. I love that. We've seen some close scores. Here we are on board with Tom. He is looking to get by Elliot Anderson, who is right in front. No, not taking it into the last two chicanes. Oh, Elliot is making a mistake. He's getting punished for that. Onto the straight that isn't really a straight, but still kind of is a straight. Go flat out here. He's going on This is the inside into the first chicane. Will he take it before, after, or during the chicane? He's getting it right before they're braking hard into the chicane. And he's now up into P10. He's going after the GOAT himself, Mr. Evan Emre. Evan, he is the creator of all of this. He is the man in charge of all of this. And he is P9 in all of this. Fernando, what have you done, Sanchez? Getting in a little bit hard. Is he getting that curb? That's the girlfriend curb. That's the girlfriend curb. Be careful with that. He can snap at you at any time, but he saved it and did not crash into the wall. And I'm getting asked if there's no Renee. No, there's no Renee. And I am really sad about that. We need to get Renee Osterkamp in here to defend his crown. So if any of you know how to get in contact with Renee, please ask him and say Domino is missing him on the live streams. And that right now Eric is just getting away with his title. So let's get back here. We need him to fight for it. As Elliot has decided to say, Tom, you're not getting away from me. Tom, you're definitely not getting away from me, because I'm gonna go onto the outside into the first chicane, but you can definitely defend from me. But that was a look and a half, and Tom is trying to see if he can get up there and get away from these two guys, but he doesn't seem to be able to do so. Battles are still raging on. As Garcia here, we have had a little bit. He's gonna go slowly. What's gonna be happening? He's going onto the inside. Just slowly. Not doing too much there. Jake Corvell, what has he done? Oh, that's the girlfriend curb. That's the girlfriend curb. And he said she didn't look great in the dress, and he has been destroyed and out of this race. Now John P3, Jacob Fillmore P4, and well, we can actually take Dave into this battle as well. Dave in front. This is P2, 3, and 4. This is effectively the lead of the race for everybody who isn't Eric Vichier, who is 3.5 seconds in front of this. But these guys, there's 6 tenths between them, all of them. So it's close. And these guys are pushing it out there, but at one point in time of this race, they have to get into the box, and then they have to get a little bit of fuel on, maybe a little bit of tire on, and then push out there again. And we have seen that the pit stops tend to change stuff. And Jason has pitted. Jason has decided to pit. This is Joseph and Garcia. They are battling it out here. Please, guys, keep the cars. As I say that, Joseph is getting a huge moment onto the girlfriend curb, and he has decided to save it. The Villeneuve chicane that ends up with the girlfriend curb. It is ruthless. As here, Rudy is trying to see if he can get back up into the field. Let's just have a little bit of a view on board with him. He's getting close and close. It is Jerry in front of him. He's 8 seconds down to Joseph, so he's not feeling the pressure from behind. Oh, that's a bit wide. The nose doesn't seem to be planted for him. That is what I'm seeing. The nose doesn't seem to be planted. So he's not too happy. He's also doing 27s. So, and I'm saying it sounds like I'm condescending there, and I'm not. I know he's a fast driver, but I think there's something with that setup combination. Him, this car, having spun and crashed, that maybe. Oh, does not suit him, and he is overshot the chicane completely. Goes on the outside of the girlfriend chicane right there. Jacob is getting closer and closer here. Yeah, the Aztec liveries look fine. Yeah, they are really amazing. It is the Norwegian racing guys here, and I need to with you guys. I'm gonna update the overlay even more. This is created by me from hand and with the limited time that I have. I will get more time later on during the season, so expect changes to be there. But right now we see John here. He's in the middle of a sandwich, and this can get this can end in tears. Jacob is within 1/10, and we have seen what happens here when he's getting this close. He is a fighter, and he's all up onto the girlfriend curve there into the chicane. He's pushing. And what is happening here is that Ron can't really get any closer, otherwise he will get into the back of David. But he is not able to pass, and Jacob is just sitting here waiting, biding his time, pushing, hoping that John will make a mistake. As I have some guys who are driving a bit slow. What has happened to Frederick Beckman here? Oh, is that a spin? No! Oh! Saved it. What happened to Rodby as well? Has he been on to the mystery? No, that was what we saw before. Tom Van Hooyman. Ooh! Bit too much there, but back on to the car racetrack without hitting the wall. That is what we like to see. Then we have Garcia as well here doing a bit of stuff. Oh, that's another victim of the girlfriend curb into the wall, and that is what happens when you being too honest there, guys. When you're being too honest. Eric, he's still going out strong here. He is now on lap 10. We are almost halfway through the race. He's 4 seconds ahead of David, who has put a bit of a gap down to Jacob here, who is missing Ron. And I think maybe Ron been pitting? Yeah, he's just come out of the pits. But another thing has happened here. It is Evan. Evan, my friend, oh my god, Evan, you are also a victim of the girlfriend curve. Guys, we need to do something about that curve. We need to maybe buy flowers or something. It is killing us one by one. You should almost think that you're getting married there. So, let's see what's gonna go on here. Fernando Cruz Sanchez going toe-to-toe with the Norwegian Olav Hoogland, and he is piling on the pressure. He's getting closer. A lot of drivers are pitting. Be careful with the girlfriend curve. Yeah, but he's taking so much out there. Really taking liberties there, and you know, guys, you can't do that. We've seen one of the guys who's not really been doing it is Eric, and he's 4 seconds into the lead. And this is what it looks like from when you can actually see something. This is not what the drivers really see. If we are gonna go into the cockpit view, and we will go on to Eric Vichier. Let's get on board a lap with Eric here. He's slowly getting on, and you see here he has smart, tire, a bit of oil and stuff like that onto his visor. You can see the halo there in the middle. Some of these drivers can actually turn that off a bit, and this is what you see when you're driving around. It's not much actually you can see here. But amazing driving, and it's just on rails. He has the greatest setup around here. When he pushes the throttle, it just goes. We are not seeing any, thing out of him. And here Philip has been off. I think Philip has been off. While we have been daydreaming, Philip have done something. Oh, he's trying. No, he's overtaking a back marker, and that has put him into spin. And then he's trying to get onto the track again, and he has lost positions. He has been into the pits, but that is not something that he... No, it was not a back marker. Who did he actually fight with there? Let's have a little view. Who is he fighting with? Car number 24. Oh, it's Jerry. And Jerry is definitely... Oh, he's fighting for position. He is allowed to be there. He is allowed to fight for his position. Jerry did nothing wrong there. John is now at the rear of Jerry, and these guys are losing position or time to this. David is, he doesn't know that this is going on, but he is gonna be happy about this. Ron is really piling under pressure. Jerry, might be one of those times where you have to pit, as we have Fernando Cruz Sanchez into the pits. John is decided, no, I'm not gonna go for it there. I saw what happened with Jacob just a lap or two ago, and he's now going on to the straight that isn't really a straight. Two fast right corners flat out easily, and now he's getting that position. And Jacob, is he gonna go for it? Oh, Jerry, you are braking very late there, my friend. Very late there, as Jacob is getting closer and closer, as Fernando Cruz Sanchez is getting... I love saying it like that. It's amazing. Jacob, is he gonna go for the inside here? Is he gonna go for the dive into the hairpin? Yeah, and he has done it. And that is another position. He needs to get closer to John if he want to get up onto the podium here. And he knows that they can't afford to be losing time. So, what has gone on into this race? Eric, P1. David, P2. These guys are going to need to pit soon. And then we have Oliver in the P3. Another Aztec racing car up there, but we have so many of them. It's amazing. Oh, and we have a battle here. It is Alexander who is defending from Tom, or has he just passed Tom? I think he's maybe just past Tom. And a lot of guys down through the field are pitting, so we are gonna go back up here. Oh, he's not battling. Who's overtaking him? I can't see that. It might be a lap guy. I am looking and I can't seem to find it. That's how it is. Sometimes. Oh, it is Frederick. No. I can't seem to locate the car that's right in front of Tom. Guys, I need liveries. I need liveries on these cars, because Frederick is way ahead of him here. And it is not one of the last drivers here, so... Who is right in front of him? I have no idea. That is, we have a missing car apparently, and Olive has been into the pits as well. The closest battle is John versus Jacob, J versus J. They're battling. Olive is getting out there. Let's see if they are gonna go by him before, or if he is making the great move. Oh, he's definitely getting closer here, but he is getting past. But now Jacob is in the middle of an Aztec sandwich, so let's see how fast Olive can get those tires up into temperature. We have seen sometimes they are experiencing a little bit of cold tires. Oh, is he gonna go for the move? No, he has decided not to be going for it there, but he is a feisty fighter out there. As Rudy Otsvalan. Oh, how you're gonna say it? I'm just gonna say Rudy. He is. Oh, that's a lazy spin as well. Car, track, and Rudy combination. Nope. We will see you next time. Oh, that's a leader. That's the leader just passing him. That was close. Close. What a close call. Into the chicane here. Jacob, he is so extremely close. John needs to get Oliver closer, but he is not being able to really follow. It takes a little bit too long to fire up those tires. Into the last two corners here. Jacob is getting closer. No, he's losing a little bit of time. He was not getting most out of it. They're both flashing the push to pass. Oh, Jacob is keeping on going. Is he gonna go for dive? No, he's just having a little bit of a look. Oh no, he's hitting the Verstappen. That was what happened last time. He's pushing everything that he can. Then we have Andreas as well. Andreas also, what has happened here? He's hitting. Nope, that's the curb. Oop, keeping it out. And getting slowly back onto the racetrack. Oh, Fernando Cruz Sanchez is getting closer. This Olivent right in front of him. Let's get the versus thing on once again. And Olive here, it's half a second. That is the thing between them. And I can see somebody, he's very excited to race for AOR on the F1 season for the first time. Well, we do have other things on than just the Super Formula. We have also Formula 1, the game. We also have ACC, which is gonna be back on soon. Keep an eye out on the forums for that. And also, guys, if you know somebody who likes great racing, and you know these cars are amazing, AOR, we are amazing. We have the greatest racing here. Please, we need more drivers. Sign up. There is room out there. There is room for more drivers. We want them on here because we want somebody out there just to, you know, have these great races. And also not to have Eric out there. I can see that in the YouTube chat, Jolin, you're in there. Why are you not driving out there? Why do I have to commentate with you being in the YouTube chat? Those things doesn't really fit for me. Get your bottom out on the racetrack and push, because we need these drivers to have more. Right now, your top three: Eric, David, Tom. None of them have pitted. Then we have John, P3. He has pitted. Where is... oh my god. Where's Jacob? Jacob is all the way down here. What is happening to Jacob? Jacob, my man? Can you please explain to me what's going on? You have pitted one more time. Isn't this your second pit stop, mate? Okay. Anti-climatic. Guys, be careful with that curb up there. Oh, Beckman a bit wide there, and then Alexander is getting closer. He's trying to see if he can get a sniff of that position up there, but he is losing a little bit of time there as we have the leaders, and it is leaders into the pits, but Eric is a whole pit stop ahead of David here. Tom, if you go by, you won't even get into the lead. That is how big of an advantage Eric has been putting out. David here. Then Tom. And then John. Look at how much time John lost battling these back markers. He was right up there with David and he's lost 7 seconds. 13 minutes left of this race. And ladies and gentlemen, I will have to just be quiet for a bit for a moment. I need a little bit of water from my throat, otherwise my voice will go before the drivers. I'll be right back. I am back. We are having 12 minutes left of this amazing race for round 1 of this amazing championship. Rudy. Oh, he's just been coming out of the pit lane here, and there's a battle going on right behind him. That is for P3. And that is Tom, who is pushing David a couple of laps ago and doing everything that he can here, but I think Tom is actually, I think he's expected us giving, he still needs to pit. That is what I need to say. Words, mouth, Friday night, that is what happens. As we have one of our podium position drivers, Kiers van Ludwig, going off, not having a great feature race. Great sprint doesn't always give you a great sprint race, unless you are Eric Vigier. Eric, you are the fastest man out there. He's been the class of field. He's been consistently outpacing everybody else, keeping away from the girlfriend curve as well, which can take you out. By the way, guys, I am sorry for my voice a little bit as well. I am under the weather a little bit. Well, here in Denmark we have snow, ice and snowstorms, so it has been cold outside and I can definitely feel that. The gaps between the drivers have risen a little bit. Let's just get a quick overview. While there's not really too much going on here with Fernando and Olive still in their live gaps here. Eric, David, Tom, John, Fernando, Oliver, Frederick and Alexander. And these drivers, look at those incredible high iRating. I've no idea, guys. It's extreme. Alexander, P.H. Jacob, Jason, Elliot, Jerry, Joseph, Andreas, and then we have Keen van Leubert. And we have Rudy, Jake, Evan, and Adi Garcia, and these are some of the drivers who have unfortunately hit the wall after kissing the curb that is crashing everybody else. As Tom is in the pits, he's falling down. Will he get out ahead of Jason? I think he is, but he needs to get those tires up to temperature now with 9 minutes remaining. We don't have that much time. left. Olive, if you're gonna get this, or Hoyland, I think it's Hoyland. If you're gonna do this, then you need to really pile on the pressure on Sanchez here. Fernando Cruz Sanchez. I have to say it like that for some reason. It has to be like that. And he's piling really on the pressure here. I think he's on newer tires as well. Stint. No, he is. He's on 2-lap newer tires. He's using that push to pass. Getting closer and closer. Piling on the pressure. That is not the greatest exit from Fernando Cruz Sanchez, who's also using his push to pass. This is to defend. So now it's a slipstream battle for the ages. He's defending into turn 1. The gap is less than a tenth of a second. Not gonna be able to go onto the outside, but making the pressure into the chicane. We have seen guys trying to go for the dive into the Villeneuve chicane. No, he has decided not to do it. But will Fernando be pushing it out there? No, he is keeping on his composure. Going wide now. They will wait until the next time they're getting around there. Now we have Jacob Philip Moore, who is battling it out. He's P8. We have seen he has the pace. He has the aggression. He wants to fight. And now he's battling Alexander. Once again, we saw them have a great fight in the sprint race. Now we will see if they can have a great fight again into this feature race. Oh, that's an off track and a half right there, but he's using it to his advantage. If you are allowed to have 17 off tracks, then you want to use those 17 off tracks. You're not losing any safety rating here. You just this is all about speed and keeping it as close and as tight as you need to onto this straight that isn't really a straight. Using his push to pass. No, they're both. He's on cooldown. Alexander's not using his. This is a slipstream only. Going for the inside. Alexander has kind of admitted defeat to Jacob Fillmore, who is. Oh, be careful with those. We have seen him hit those Verstappens, and you will crash if you hit them. Don't do that, my friend. Oh, piling on the pressure, trying to see if he can get up and get another position. It is Frederick Beckman who is in P6. But Alexander has not given up. He needs to be close so he can follow Jacob and see if he can get another position. Hoyland and Sanchez. This is the battle until the end. Will he get by? It's a half a second between them. They still have plenty of push to pass yet. Well, I say plenty. Once it goes to red, we know this is gonna be an issue. We have 5 laps to go on this particular evening. They are close, battling it out. Ooh, Jacob Fillmore. We've lost Jacob Fillmore. It's a disconnect. Jacob Fillmore has lost. We've lost him. No. What a disaster. What a disaster. What a way. What a race. What an evening. Oh, Jacob, I feel for you, mate. You had a great race, and I will say you are one of the most exciting drivers in the AOR league. And all of these are amazing, but you stand out, my friend. You really go for those gaps. You push other guys to make mistakes. And then you also have hit the Verstappens. You are now all the way out of P10. Wow, I'm so gutted for you right there, mate. I'm so gutted for you. But here, all of them, sorry, Hoyland, a Norwegian mastodon, Aztec Racing. He's using his push to pass. He's trying to see if he can get closer into the last 2 corners here. If he can get those, he will get onto the straight. And can Fernando cruise defend from it. He is not using his push to pass. He is just driving up there. We have seen, and then he's going for the inside. Oh, that's a late move, and he saw it just in the nick of time. And getting pushed a little bit. Oh, Fernando is heading off. Don't hit those Verstappens. Oh, that was so close twice to go wrong. Let's take that one once again. Oh, just a slice of taps. Can we get that once again here? From maybe a different angle. Oh, that's so close. Wow. I want to see it. Maybe let's just pause it here. And let's just go on to the gyro here. What is happening? So this is what he sees. And then, oh, just, I think that's a racing instance. Rudy is having some issues. A bad word. Oh, trying to avoid another car. And he avoided it. Oh, don't be there. Oh, mate, you want this race just to be over. Rudy, we are looking forward to seeing you for the next race. Maybe that will be better. I know Imola is sometimes not the great. Sometimes you like Imola, sometimes you don't. Eric Vichet is definitely an Imola driver in this race. He is on there. Oh! Who was that behind? Oh, was that? Yeah, that was probably Rudy. Yeah, it is Rudy there. He was just trying. He was battling with the mistress there, the girlfriend curb as well. So, oh, be careful. Just Jason Green. We haven't seen really much of you, Jason. You're battling with Tom here, and Tom is up into P8, actually starting from the back of the grid. Rudy has been off, then Eric has put in the fastest lap of the race. Then Rudy was off, and then Eric has put in the fastest lap again. He's going really, really strong here. Eric has just cut off 8/10 of a second on his last lap. Oh, what's happened to Rudy? Oh, nope, that was what we saw earlier. My mistake. And we have Evan Emre here. He's back on the track after hitting a curb. Just the slightest of taps. There's nothing that can stop him from going racing. He will stay there until the end of the time. But with 2 laps to go, I will give you one thing here. Enjoy this. This is the vice champion. And if the champion doesn't come back, soon to be champion from first race experience, guys, you need to manage up here on to the final lap. Eric Vichet, let's see how a car is just, this is on rails, this is not a car, this is a train. He's going flat out, hitting curbs, hitting everything perfect. Away from the girlfriend curb there, not even glancing at it. Amazing acceleration. The car is planted. This is how a car should be. He turns and say, I want to go through that corner, and the car is saying, I will do my best. And it's just, the best is amazing here. It's not, this is out of this world. For me at least, it's I can really see this is planted. Everything is smooth. No control steering, no nothing. He's just keeping the wheel where it should be at all times. And Eric, he takes a clean sweep. Pole
sprint, then pole, then feature. Here, crossing the finish line, Eric Vigier, P1. David here with a huge gap, and that's really not a gap that I expected to see. Oh, as Fernando Cruz have been going slowly. What has happened to you, my friend? What is happening here? Cruz, are you? Have you lost fuel, Cruz? Is that what is going on? Oh, Cruz, you will be guarded with that. Going so slow, but yeah. David in P2, then we have John P3. So 1, 2, 3 finish as they started. Hoogland in P4. Great race for the Aztec support. Frederick. Then Alexander in P7. Fernando P7. Tom up into P8. He kept Jason at bay after that horrendous start and qualifying, but I think that was maybe deciding, I want to get through this race. Elliot P10. Then we have Jerry Hookoit here in P11. Wow, what a race. What a race. Alright guys, I will just give you the overall standings just so you can see them. Eric, what can you say? Perfect race, perfect qualifying, perfect car, winning the first race. David in P2, John P3. Tom with that amazing drive from the rear end. Van Leutwen, who didn't have a great second or sprint race here. Rudy, who as well will just go, I'm not liking Imola. Go back, pack up, be ready for next round. And then Evan, who decided I'm gonna be back. Jacob, we lost due to connection issues, and Garcia as well. We saw him hitting that illustrious curb there. You didn't want to be on that curb. So I am. I have people in the com box. People actually want to talk with me. That's like how we like it. All right, let's see if we can get a bit in here. David, welcome to the box. So let's hear how did the races go for you?
Well, the first one ended in turn 3. Not so great, I would say then. But with the second one, I'm happy. The pace wasn't great because I was playing it way too safe. This was my first ever race in this car. And I just got asked yesterday by Jason if I wanted to race it with him. So I'm missing a lot of practice. But with that, second place is great.
So with a bit more practice, do you think that you can catch Eric Vigier out there? Because with 2 pole positions and 2 victories, it's looking good for him.
I have no idea. I don't think he was pushing all that hard either. I mean, he didn't have any reason to, at least. It's hard to say. This is, as I said, this is my first ever race in this car. I have no idea how much will change with more practice.
And it's also it's a bit of a challenge to start out with Imola for your first time in this car. It's not a forgiven track. So how do you like the car so far? Having these 2 races with it.
The car is fun.
A race and 3 corners.
Yeah, the car is fun. It's just once you get closer to the limit, it can slide away suddenly, and I don't really know when that happens yet. So that's why I had better pace and practice. But if I had driven like that, I don't think I would have finished, and that's what I have to work on before the next race.
I'm really intrigued to see how you will be handling the car for the next race with a bit more practice. So hope that you can get up there and give him a run for your money. So thank you, David. Thank you for being with us, and good luck next time.
Thank you.
And that was David here. So I can see there's nobody else into the interview. People are afraid of speaking with me. I know that is how it's gonna be. Yes, super, Eric, super. That's how it is. Once again, guys, we will be. Oh, Tom is here. Tom is here. Tom is here. Let's just have a little bit of talk with Tom. Tom, welcome to the box. How was the racing? How was the car? How was it out there?
Well, very tough to be fair. I just got the car 2 days ago. Didn't practice at all with the car, only today. So yeah, it was quite tough. I can be fast with the car, but that's just one lap, not the entire race. At the first race, I got some issues with the start. I just got a lot of wheel spin for the second start also. So I just need to figure out how to get the starts done. But yeah, the car was fun. Yeah, I need to learn the car. I've driven before in AOR with the Formula 3, but this is a different car. So just from the basics, and hopefully, yeah, I can progress throughout the season.
Yeah, hopefully you had the well. I did follow you a bit here in the last race. You went from last place to P8, so that's you should be happy with that, right?
I am happy. And with the sprint race, I got like P6 or something. But I was just the last stint from the sprint race. I was just being cautious because I got like one incident point and I got a drive through. So I was very cautious just not to make mistakes. But yeah, for the second race, I'm very happy just to keep it clean. Just made one minor mistake, locking up into the turn and got on the grass, and then I lost the place to Elliot, I believe. And then just got it back. But yeah, the rest was away. So yeah, it was just a lonely race, but just steady for me. So I'm very happy.
It's great out there. And well, again, Imola is really not a an easy track to just say, all right, I'm gonna go out and try this for the first time. So glad to have you here, and I'm eagerly anticipating your progression for the next race. So I'm looking forward to see you there.
All right, thank you, Niclas, and see you the next time.
See ya. So with that out of the way, I will start to close this down here. So right now we still want more cars out there. We have had some great racing out there, some great battling out there, and it's so amazing. I can see here that there's guys in the chat. It's amazing. Number one fan out there. We sign up for on the forums. We want more drivers on here. You can hear some of these have just gotten the car yesterday and are already loving it. So more out there. Be there for the next time. We want that. So my name is Niclas Domino. It's been my pleasure to commentate for you. It's been my pleasure to stream it for you. And next time I will be helped by Mr. King Kodiak to keep me from butchering all the names. And hopefully I can manage to keep King on a straight and narrow. Keep an eye out on the forums, see what is gonna happen. And to all of you, have a great weekend and good night.